Hello everyone, welcome back. Here we have those Phoenixes now quickly dropping down. I'm trying to drop my units, but I'm unable to drop the units nearly as quick as I want to. Trying to focus down one of those Phoenixes, able to take down one of those Phoenixes. However, now those Stalkers and Zealots are going to go ahead and try to chase down my Marines. My Marines, however, with that stim pack, able to move much more quickly than those other units. Now going to go ahead and return back to this base. Still did not see this Observer here, so that Observer sitting there, fairly powerful. I'm now going to go ahead and cloak these units, try to focus down some of these Stalkers, hoping that he doesn't have an Observer nearby. But he has an Observer over here, going to quickly be able to shoot down my Banshee, as that Banshee is able to deal 20 or 10 damage per shot. So quickly taking that out. Army-wise, I'm sitting on 2,000 versus SiD's 3,100, and I'm still fairly confused at what I need to do. SiD taking this opportunity to expand even further, get a stronger economy, not wanting to just suicide into me. I'm sitting on 38 Harvesters compared to his 42, and for some reason I'm not using my call down, so my economy just nearly not as strong. Trying to get more siege tanks. I probably should have started to get some Vikings as well. Perhaps get some Ghost in order to start EMPing and trying to remove the shields on these Stalkers. A fairly decent sized army here, 3,500 mineral army compared to my 2,600. I do have the level 1 weapon upgrade, but so does my opponent. Also, I have the level 1 shield upgrades and now finally getting some Ghosts. So those Ghosts going to be used in order to start firing some EMP rounds. Now getting a missile turret down. And I believe as soon as I drop this missile turret and I hear that Observer fall overhead, I kind of have my heart sink a little, as he's been able to scout me out for so long. That's how he knew about my medevac drop. And he was able to respond to it so much. I could have dropped on this north side and then perhaps taken down and hurt the economy of SiD. But still, you can't always win them all. Trying to get some more supply depots, getting supply locked a number of times. Sitting with 2 Ghosts, and also researching Cloak, I believe. Yeah, researching personal cloaking from that Ghost Academy in order to be able to get some EMP rounds, and trying to scan for those Observers overhead so that he's unable to feed back any of my units. So back over here, Phoenix is now in the air along with that single Observer. He has a pylon over here by the Xel'Naga Watchtower, offering plenty of sight. Hellions now moving out, so I'm trying to perhaps move in some Hellions and try to get some probe kills here. I should not have scanned first. I should have just moved out with these Hellions. However, he's able to quickly figure out what my strategy was and really just take me out here, revealing what I was doing too much with these Hellions and with my orbital scans, really just overplaying my hand. So should have just used that energy, try to call down more mules, get some more minerals, get some more siege tanks, macro up, as we're both sitting on a fairly even size army. Stalkers are upgraded, Zealots are upgraded, Immortals are upgraded as well, 1-0, able to deal 55 damage. Now, he also has this probe here, so I think that was a little bit. I was trying to finally move out. I knew I needed to do something. I needed to put some sort of play. I wanted to move off and try to take this high ground Xel'Naga Watchtower and push out that way. However, now the scanner sweep Phoenix is over here. I see that he's trying to take this high yield mineral location, sitting on 4775 against my 3800. Never able to really gather any sort of momentum this whole entire time. Now we have 5 High Templars moving out. I do have 3 Ghosts here, and I should have perhaps tried to EMP, but in comes a Phoenix, and the Phoenix able to Graviton beam my units, and now in comes this fight here. Single Banshee fighting back even further, and those feedbacks able to take down all of my Ghosts. And then now some Psy Storms coming in, so me not using my Psy Storms fairly well, and now a single siege tank now trying to fight back even further, and now gonna go ahead and get taken down there. So my army just getting decimated, not really microing that well. Yeah, you can already probably tell what's going to be happening in the outcome of this game. I'm watching this to try to figure out what exactly I had done wrong. SiD sitting on 1,800 minerals, while I'm sitting on 160. I've mined out my main base and now transferring all of my SCVs over here. I'm only mining at a rate of about, I think, 600 or 700 minerals. I'm oversaturating this particular mineral patch. I want to try to grab this high ground mineral patch over here because I know I need at least an additional base in order to continue this fight. High Templars or Stalkers and High Templars now moving away. I was hoping that these siege tanks would be able to shoot off onto this ledge, but really unable to. They're able to squeak by and then head off onto that ramp there. So they're going to go ahead and try to push in onto this high ground. Orbital Command now Command Center now upgrading to a planetary fortress, because I know I don't have enough static defense. I need to really be able to fight back. Perhaps should have started moving more of my siege tanks up and start moving my base up into a better position here, because I really need this economy. And I also have 2 orbital commands here, and these orbital commands should have been used to call down mules, try to get more minerals. I think this is the first time I've ever been gas heavy. Just trying to spend all of my minerals consistently. Also getting some missile turrets, making sure that there are no observers in the air. And perhaps I should have tried to move out further, make it so that anytime they're trying to come up this ramp, that they're going to be facing some siege tank fire before they're able to spot any of my siege tanks. So I was going to go ahead and siege up some of my siege tanks. Siege tanks are upgraded 1-0 as well. So Phoenixes, once again on the move. Phoenixes will be able to graviton beam, but I do have missile turrets in play in order to try to help this whole help the fact as well. Siege tanks now coming in. Stalkers able to just focus fire down these units. Planetary Fortress trying to fight back as well, getting the feedback onto my ghost. Another Psy Storm, very nicely done. Just constantly getting out macroed here. Planetary Fortress does have 3 armor, but still, even with all of these SCVs, unable to repair that one building, as the single Immortal able to deal 55 damage per shot, and taking down and doing so much damage here. So all I have is down to a 2,000 mineral army here, trying to fight back against the rest of these units here. Able to get a couple of these quick hits, able to dish and take down a couple of these units. However, because of the economy, SiD sitting on a 3,800 mineral army, or sorry, sitting on a 1,300, 1,400 mineral a mine per minute, he is able to basically continue to out macro me this whole entire time. He's sitting on 2,200 2,300 minerals. I'm trying to spend as quickly as I can, but he has such a large cache that even if he wanted to, he can just continue to warp in more and more units, and there's nothing I can really do about it. He could probably start warping in some additional sentries, as he's so heavy on gas. Carriers now being brought in to add insult to injury. Level 2 weapons upgrade. Siege tanks, more ghosts. I need to like use my ghosts better. So my micro and now needing some work as well, in addition to my macro, getting some bunkers in play, trying to establish this whole entire high ground position. These carriers are going to be able to just attack my position fairly easily with that range. I'm trying to get some Ravens as well. Ravens, perhaps if he tries to go for any Dark Templars, I'd be able to spot it. Also for those defense drones. Defense drones stop incoming Stalker attacks. So it essentially can block up to, I believe, 20 without regenerating any additional energy. Also getting more siege tanks as well. Also finally getting an additional command center over here. Perhaps I should have lifted this orbital command off over to that position, as I now have 6 idle SCVs, as I've depleted both of these refineries. Now opponents sitting on 4275 minerals. Do a quick counter sweep. I see this really large army here, and now SiD just playing it very smart, always constantly moving. SiD also getting some Colossus as well, and upgraded damage, no upgraded range, so very, very diverse unit combination. Also getting the extended lance, and getting some Void Rays, Colossus, Carriers, building interceptors, and also getting the weapons upgrade. The only thing that I haven't seen him go is probably Warp Prisms and the Mothership. Everything else he has made except for, and the Dark Templar. So also continuing to expand across the map, sitting on 200 mineral army, or sorry, 200 food army, and at this time he should just start suiciding some of his units into my base. He is in such a strong position here, as now I'm going to go ahead and move out with this orbital command. He's going to be able to just come in and start destroying this. Siege tanks trying to get a couple of quick shots here, trying to take down some of these units, and able to get a couple of quick hits. But however, now that the Colossus have that extended lance range, able to just come in and simply destroy me. Graviton beam, 50 up my siege tanks, just destroying my base, and this is going to be the end of the game here. I still have some units over here on this high ground. A single ghost tried to get an EMP round, or trying to get some EMPs, able to deplete all the shields from all those carriers, but it's not going to really matter much. High Templars coming in, getting some more Psy Storm, destroying all of this, and I say, laugh out loud, first game of the day, GG. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this game between me and SiD here on Metalopolis.